Welcome to Zoom session, grade 7 English. Okay, children, now you can see the 7th voyages of Sinbad in the screen. What do you know about Sinbad? He's a very famous person who has known as going in the sea. He's having a lot of voyages in the sea. So like that way, when you compare Sinbad with others like Huckleberry Finn and all, they also have so many adventurous stories regarding them. Okay, now we will move on to the today's lesson, that is uh, unit 4, activity 4. All right, we'll see. Now, see, um, okay, we'll start.
Have you heard of the 7 voyages of Sinbad? Here is a part of his first voyage. Read and answer the questions.
Okay, see, have you heard of the 7 voyages of Sinbad? Here is a part of his first voyage. Read and answer the questions. So you can see only the part of the story is there, right? So if you have an interest regarding Sinbad, what you have to do? You have to go through the book and see. Okay, it's up to you. Okay, children, we'll start. When I was a young man, my father died, leaving me a very large fortune. Okay, what did he leave? A very large fortune. What do you mean by fortune? Fortune means it might be a big amount of money. Sometimes it may be a big, what you call a big amount of money, a big land, or what sort of a good luck. I mean, fortune means good luck. So it is so is this person is having a very large fortune. Okay. Okay, we move. I spent most of it enjoying myself. So what did Sinbad do? He was enjoying himself. At last, I began to think, unless I wish to become poor. So what has happened? So this, although the father leave him a very large fortune, but this person, Sinbad, he was enjoying his life, spending money as a spendthrift. Because of that, what has happened to him? He has become poor. I wish to become poor. Okay, I had better try to make some more money. So this person, his money is going down and down, so he needs some sort of a job to earn money. So what did he do? We'll see. So having bought some goods, he was buying some goods. I set sail for the Persian Gulf. So where did he go? He went to Persian Gulf. Okay. Hoping to sell or exchange them at a profit. What do you mean by profit? We'll see by using this apt what profit is. Yes, see. Okay, according to a verb, profit means derive a benefit from. She profited from his vast experience, that is, as a verb. As a noun, the excess of revenues over outlays in a given period of time, including depreciation and other non-cash expenses. So that is profit. When you, if you have money or not, if you, for example, if you go and go to a shop and you sell, for example, if you sell 5 mangoes, sometimes they will give you some sort of a amount. If you sell mangoes on Mondays also, when you go there, you are taking another 5 mangoes on Tuesday. When you go, for example, your money on Monday is you are given for the mangoes like 100 rupees, we'll see, for 5 mangoes. On Tuesday, when you go and sell that, you will getting 150. So is it a profitable thing for you? Yes, because why? Monday you got only 100 rupees, but Tuesday you got 150. 50 amount of extra money is for you. That is a profit, right? Okay. I set sail for the Persian Gulf, hoping to sell or exchange. What do you mean by exchange? You can sell. Sometimes you exchange. Exchanging means It's like a barter system. But how are you going to exchange? For example, I'm giving you mangoes and you are giving me apples. It's a exchanging. Sometimes this barter system was there earlier in our history, but today, of course, we are not having this barter system. The barter system is exchanging goods. But today, if you want, for example, if you want a packet of biscuit, what you have to do? You have to give money and buy it from a shop. But earlier, exchanging was a good thing, right? Okay, that's for your extra knowledge. Okay, we'll see. The ship stopped at several ports where we did some good trading. So, when going on a ship, this person is stopping in several ports. Yeah, ports in the sense, so because this is a ship, so you don't have what do you call, uh, when you are going in the vehicle you can stop in the road, but if it is in a ship, you can't go and stop here and there. You have to have a port, okay, to stop the ship. So where we did some trading, so they were doing some trading in the sense some business, okay. One day, when the ship could not move, we saw what seems to be a little green field peeping over above the water. Thinking about it, very strange, a group of us rowed out to it, taking some fire and food. You know what fire is? What do you mean by fire? Okay, we will move on to the translation word and see. Okay, it's not there. Uh, okay. Uh, what is it? Fire. Okay. So when you go to translation word, it's yes, guinea. Everybody knows what guinea is. Gindara, ne? Okay, right? Fire and food. So we had all landed and were in the middle of our meal when we found, to our horror, that we were on the back of some huge sea monster. What do you mean by sea monster? Can anyone tell me an answer? Yes, we'll see from it what it is. What do you mean by sea monster is? Yes, what can you see in the picture? See, how can you, what can you see? It's a big mouth, right? So actually, shall I ask you extra question? Is there monsters all over the world? Oh, what's your answer? I mean, those, we are reading a book. We are reading a part of a book. So these monsters, angels, can you see in real world? No, you can't see. But as a whole, we use these words like sea monsters and angels and things like that, these imaginary world things, to make your story somewhat interesting. Okay, now we are moving to the lesson. Okay, right? So you see what sea monster is, right? The creature shook its great body and lashed its tail so angrily that many jumped into the boat, others into the sea. See, this fellow was so angry. Who's the fellow or the creature? That is, yes, sea monster. And soon I was the only one on the sea monster. So, what can you say about Sinbad? Is this person a very fearful, or what sort of a person? Yes, he's very. I mean, he doesn't want that sea monster. He's not fearful for him. He's somewhat very, so adventurous person. Because of that, he doesn't want to tell that I am fear for you. So only who was available to stay with this sea monster? Only Sinbad. Yes, of course. Okay, so that is about the 7 voyages of Sinbad. I have to tell you the fact that this is a part of it. So if you want to have the next part or what is going to happen, what you have to do, as usual thing, what you have to do, you go through internet and search the 7 voyages of Sinbad and go through the story. Okay, it's up to you, children. For your homework, as a as you are a bookworm. What do you mean by bookworm? The person who is very interested in reading books. Yes, you have to go through internet and see what the other part of the story is. Okay, Now we are going to move to the activity. Here, yes, this is activity 5. Okay, the first one, state the following statements are true or false. What do you mean by true? True means? What do you mean by true? True means? Sabai, yes. Another word is nivaradi, correct. Okay. True means correct. So if it is false, false means it's not correct or incorrect. Okay, right. So the first one, Sinbad had a large fortune. So I'm not going to help you. So what you have to do, you have to go through the lesson, because this app, reading app, also helpful for this. You can go through from the reading app as well, this read to me process. So what you have to do, you have to go through the lesson and see whether these statements true or false. Sinbad had a large fortune. So you have to agree or disagree. That's up to you. This is for your homework. This is your homework task. Right. The ship sailed to several harbors. You have to identify whether the ship is sailing to one harbor or another, or two or three. You have to decide. They landed on an island. Number D is the creature was big. That means, who is this creature? May I know? That is the person. I was showing you that picture, nice picture about that sea monster, right? Okay. Sinbad swam to an island. So from these statements, some statements are true and some statements are false. So you have to find out what are the true statements and what are the false statements. Okay. Now I'm moving to question number 2. Answer the questions. Right, okay. Where did Sinbad sail? Okay, I'm moving to the reading text. Once again, see, where did he sail? Yes, I'll show you. I set sail for the Persian Gulf. So you know what the answer is. That is Persian Gulf. Okay, we'll move on to the second question. Uh, why did he go sailing? Why did he go sailing? So you have to give answers. I was referring to his father. He was having a large fortune and he was giving this fortune to his son. But does Sinbad take the help of his father, or does he um, what did he do and things like that? Right. So what happened to the ship? So the next question. So what happened to the ship? You have to go through the lesson and see what happened to it and answer the question, right? Number D, where did Sinbad and his crew land? So it's also go through the book and see, right? So nice one, nice question. That is, write a description about Sinbad. So that is, of course, up to you. This question number E is not a compulsory one for you. If you want, if you have some ideas regarding question number E, that means description about Sinbad, you can write. If you actually you don't know about Sinbad, it's up to you to decide whether you are going to write it or not, because it's not a compulsory, right? Look at the third question. That is, write an ending to the story. That's of course an interesting thing, you know. The story ends without a proper ending, without, without a happy or a sad ending. So you have to think about. So what you have to do, you have to think about and see, is this monster, what is he going to do to Sinbad? So you have to think about and write an ending if you like. Otherwise, what you have to do for homework, you have to go through the internet and see what is the end of this book. So you have to go through. As a hobby, you can do reading is an interesting hobby, you know, and it's a very useful hobby. So what you have to do, you have to go to internet and see what it is and find out an answer, write an ending to the story. That is, of course, that will be a marvelous job for you. Right, okay, I hope today the lesson was regarding the voyages of Sinbad, like that way. As a whole, as a feedback to you, you can go to internet and see what are the voyages done by others, and what about those Can you do you know about Gulliver Travels and those people and Adventures of Huckleberry Finn? Those are very interesting. The Voyages of Sinbad. So go through internet and read some books, and use the app also in a certain matter. This Read to Me app, it's very interesting one. You can go through it and do the lesson successful. Okay, thank you and have a nice day.